How do you raise the level of intrinsic motivation within yourself or within somebody else? I learned about this in my Master of Psychology at the Maastricht University, and today I would like to share my most favorite psychological theory, the self-determination theory, which is talking about the three most important aspects and even psychological needs that need to be met that you or somebody else feels intrinsically motivated. So let's get started. And the first psychological need is autonomy. You need to have a sense of freedom, and you can foster that by, for example, give choice. My professor back in the day said when she wants her child to go to bed, she asks her child, hey, do you want to take on the pajama first or brush your teeth? There is some choice involved, some sense of freedom and autonomy, but still it's going the direction of you're going to bed soon. Or if you're a leader, you can set goals with your employees, but then say, hey, you decide how you're going to achieve that, or you're going to decide how you want to edit this video or how you want to actually work on this project. Let's though meet next week, Monday again. Let's have a little check-in, see we're on the right track, see you're actually moving on and progressing, but I give you freedom of how to do that. And if you're talking about yourself, how do you raise the level of intrinsic motivation and specifically autonomy within yourself? Simply also choose what you want to do. Study what you want to study, not your parents. Get the job that you want and not the society because it makes more money. So give choice. Another opportunity would be simply to supply yourself or others with a reason. Maybe you don't like to do the taxes, but you know why this is important to run a business. So explicitly give yourself a reason why you do the things that you're not really super passionate about. And if you understand why, you feel like, yes, true, I want to do that. And maybe your employees or the study group you're with, give them a reason. Why is it important to work on this right now? Why is it important to get this task done? So at least they get the bigger picture of why they also want to do this and why that actually makes sense for the greater good. And then people really feel like, even though maybe that's not their most favorite task, they feel like, yeah, but it makes sense and I want to do this, even if I'm not most passionate about it. And that gives them a feeling of autonomy and they feel more intrinsically motivated. The second psychological need that needs to be met, that you feel more intrinsically motivated, is a feeling of competence. People really need to feel like, yes, I am progressing, I can work on something. And here, first of all, the zone of proximal development is key. This means that the task is not too easy, but also not too hard. If it's too easy, too repetitive, it's getting really boring. If it's too hard, you don't really feel competent. It just feels overwhelming. But if it's something in between, you feel like I need to stretch, I need to improve, but I feel like I could do it. So you feel like I'm growing, but you also feel like you're progressing, you're learning. So it's the right amount of challenge. Give other people in your life the right amount of challenges. Give yourself the right amount of challenges. If it's too hard, maybe choose a different task, or you get like a mentor, a coach, a guide, ask somebody for help. If it's too easy, as a business owner, you could outsource that, or you get an employee, or you focus on different tasks that are maybe more helpful even for your business. Another important point is positive feedback. Give others positive feedback. We much more give negative feedback than positive feedback, but we often think positively about others and ourselves maybe, but say this explicitly. Tell other people what you appreciate about them, what they're doing well, what they should keep doing. And if it's about yourself, think about what are you doing already good. Be grateful about your accomplishments. And notice how competent you actually are, because people often focus on what's not working well, but also focus on what is working well. What are you and what are others doing good already? And also there's this distinguishment between learning goals and performance goals. A performance goal would be, for example, I want to have 10,000 views on this video, or I want to have 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. A learning goal instead would be, hey, I would like to know how to edit videos. And I want to shoot videos that are entertaining and fun, but also in some way teaching people something. I want to learn that, I want to get better at this. The difference here is, and with the performance goal, you're focused on the output. So you don't really care on what you put in, you just want to achieve the output. And this is not really motivating people. Quite often they actually get disencouraged because they still feel like, oh, I still didn't achieve my goal, I still don't have that. But if you focus on your learning goal, you focus much more on the process, on the steps, on how to improve. So you also see how you as a person are improving. So the input that you put in is getting better, better, better. You feel more competent. Instead of always focusing on the output, that you partly don't even have under control. So focusing on the learning goal also gives you this feeling of being competent. So give that yourself, but also set goals accordingly with other people, for example, your employees. And the last psychological need that needs to be met, that you're intrinsically motivated, is relatedness. A sense of relatedness is about feeling connected, doing something with others or for others. And one part could be here, meaningful talk. So not just talk about business with your employees, but also care about them. Ask them, how are they doing? And also focus on them, look in their eyes and actually listen to them and really care about people. If it's about your own passion, find other people that also have that passion. Create a little mastermind, get lunch with them and talk about their passion and your passion and how they're doing with this in their life circumstances. Really go deep and care about the people and feel like, yes, I'm doing something with people together. Even if it's a very lonely job, you can find people who also do that. Connect with those, get some sort of colleagues and really deeply care about them. But also, studies have shown that fun is also really important. With your employees, have fun, have a day where you just go hiking and enjoy life in your business, find other people who have businesses and just have fun with them, just connect with them, make a joke, but connect with people in some way, not only with some meaningful conversation, but also in some fun way. So the bottom line is that you build an environment in which people motivate themselves. You build a lifestyle, you build a culture for yourself, but also potentially for others. And that means that you don't need to motivate yourself every morning or others. It's not like you need some external and extrinsic motivation that always comes in and pushes you. No, you build that lifestyle and it supports you. You wake up in the morning and you know, hey, I have colleagues or I have friends I'm connecting with who are doing something similar that I do. I set up the right tasks and I feel competent in what I'm doing. I set the right goals and I also feel some sense of freedom and autonomy because I made the right decisions in some reasonable way of how to move forward. And I don't need some motivational talk, or your employees don't need you to always motivate them, even though if you're traveling somewhere else, your employees are still motivated because they enjoy what they're doing and you simply satisfied those 3 psychological needs. And the question now for you is, how can you satisfy those 3 needs? For yourself or within others, that requires some thinking. Sit down, write down those 3 psychological needs: autonomy, competence, relatedness. What are the action steps that you can take to actually improve that? Or ask yourself the question, what's the one that is embodied the least at this point? If you feel like you potentially would like some help with that, you can schedule a call with me. There's a link below this video. We can talk about how moving forward can potentially look like. And otherwise, I wish you a beautiful and intrinsically motivated day.